What's up, everybody? It's been a while. Welcome to, what is it? Banter Blitz 164. 64, chess style. I've seen quite a bit of chess. Just got back Saturday night from the Chess Olympiad in Batumi, where I was the captain for the Dutch Open section team. Unfortunately, not a happy ending, even though I did see a lot of Thai massage places in town. But the Dutch lost the last 2 rounds, and therefore the finish was, not impressive. Overall, we either played weaker teams or super teams like USA, China, and India. And in fairness, has to be said, didn't really stand a chance against those guys. Then team collapsed in the last round against Mongolia, but there was really not much to play for anymore. So I haven't cleared my head yet. I haven't really had a break. It's been a great experience. I love Chess Olympiads, and I also had a great time with the Dutch guys. The result, as mentioned, not impressive, but we had I thought very good chemistry in the team, and it was very enjoyable. Sometimes the thing with Olympiads is your experience really depends on the hotel where you stay at. And there, our hotel was fine, but we got a bit unlucky in the sense that I felt we didn't really catch this Olympic spirit. Like if you're in a big hotel and a lot of other teams are there, you get to see more people and hang out with them. Well, for us, there were like 2 other teams in our hotel, but we mainly hung out by ourselves, which fortunately, as mentioned, we had a good atmosphere, but you didn't really get this Olympic vibe. And then as a captain, I was sitting in the playing hall every day for around 6 hours reading my book. You're not allowed to leave the playing hall or to go anywhere really. So it's not like you're socializing a lot there. And we all know they do call me Dr. Social, but I could not really have my great social skills on full display. So I'm not sure where this speech is going. This is, of course, Banter Blitz with Jan Gustafsson, where if you're a Chess24 premium member, you can challenge me for a 5-minute Blitz game. If you're not, you can become one using my bonus code Janistan and then challenge me. Overall, still trying to clear my head. I'm going back on the road actually tomorrow already. I'm going to Rome, where I'm hosting an event. So, not a lot of breaks, but let's hopefully catch a break in our first game and crush somebody. But who to crush? Maybe, but just maybe, our old friend. Am I yelling too much? Is this game starting? Sanket Chakravarti, what's up? Spills is saying the Dutch team ran out of Luke. Yeah, of course we had a little bad luck that we were down to 4 players after, I think, the first 5 rounds, because Sergei Tivyakov had to go home, had a bit of a private emergency there. Nothing too bad, I think, everything's alright, but he had to leave, so we were down to 4 players early on. And if you have like guys in their 60s or 70s like Luke van Veli and young rookies at the first Olympiad, of course it would be nice to be able to give some more breaks. But overall, like Armenia's always been winning this Olympiad playing 4 players. I didn't think it was such a big impediment, but of course it would have been nice for us to have some more options down the stretch. However, such things do happen. People asking what book I was reading during the Olympiad. I did finish it. It's called the Patrick Melrose novels by, what's his name? Edward St. Aubin. I'm probably mispronouncing it. Some dude, whining about life and parenthood and his parents and drug addiction and so on. Like a lot of it I could relate to. Was, a good read. No real plot. Just, life. But that's, what I was looking for. As for the game, I think what I did looks fairly sensible. This is a5, a4. Bishop e3. Does bishop b6 bother me? I can go bishop b3 if it does. Yeah. The problem with bishop b3 is knight d2 might come with tempo, but after queen d2 that doesn't really seem like an issue. If queen c1, I expected queen c1, I was gonna go knight d5. Now I'll just castle and see what happens. Oof. I haven't had the delicious Chess 24 coffee for a while. d4 looks risky, no? Knight c4 with tempo. Let's see where this goes. Sometimes such positions are okay for white, like knight e3, fe3. But here I feel like I should be in good shape, even though I have to figure out what to do after bishop d4, knight d4. So let's just go here. And be doing fine now. Maybe I should have started with knight e3. Even this looks okay though. See, it's easier to sit there at the sidelines, read my book, shaking my head, these patzes can't see a single thing, than, you know, making moves yourself. Let's see how this goes. Looks promising for me. Knight d5. I can take on e3. You know, as long as I avoid getting mated on bishop e4, I should be doing pretty well here. What did I say? This works, no? Let's see. Not sure if it was the best move. There was also knight d2 or other random options, but this seems to clarify the position without too much trouble to go through. What now? I could take on a3, not particularly necessary, of course. I guess I'll just keep it simple. Hashtag. Is that a hashtag, keep it simple? Probably not. Yeah, bishop a3 was a good move as well. Generally, of course, fairly tough position for white, pawn down. I have the bishops, my king is safe. So yeah, not a lot to hope for. Queen g5, what does he want? h6, knight f5? Even that's not great fun for white, but still, nice idea, queen g5. Gotta give him that. Yeah, I can't see anything too clever, so I'll go for this, I guess. Once again, I'm slightly worried I might not win the Technician of the Year award this game. But that's a chance you constantly have to take if you're bad at chess technique. I'm still in great shape, but I have a feeling this game should have ended somewhat earlier. Let's go home. Let's take this pawn, just for fun. And my opponent does resign. These pawns are fairly easy to queen normally. Rook b3, a3, b4, rook b2, a2, and so on. So yeah, thanks for the game, Sanket. And next is a blue superstition, blue superstar. From the Netherlands. d4, knight f6, c4. I like the move c4. c5. I normally go knight f3, but I'm trying to, you know, branch out a bit opening wise. So let's go crazy and play what people, I believe, like to refer to as the Benko Gambit. I was covering this a bit in my last opening clinic where I was talking about the different options like e3, c, b, a6, ba, and I've always had a bit of a soft spot for this very simple setup with knight f3 followed by queen c2, tending to go e4, which I think also gives white fairly good chance at an opening advantage without really having to know anything. You go e4, you recapture with the bishop, and you see how the game proceeds. I'm taking this not having to know anything, very literally. I don't have a clue what goes where. But in general, if you go h3, rook e1, bishop f4, rook d1 in such positions, can't be too bad. Having said that, I changed my mind and I randomly played a4. That's the problem of being a weak player. Sometimes you've even seen all these schemes, but then impulsively, in a position like this, you think, oh, knight is coming to b6. I want to be able to hit it, make it go away, and you forget about your obvious prophylactic moves, like pawn to h3. It's a hard knock life. I don't have any new phrases either. Like, did I learn anything at the Olympiad? What did I learn? Well, I learned a lot about the troubles of Patrick Melrose, or his probably alter ego. No, Patrick Melrose, the alter ego from Edward St. Auburn. But I haven't really gained any insights from it other than life is complicated, and if your parents really mess you up at an early age, it does get more complicated. Other than that, this morning on the train I was thinking about if I can make a good pro bono joke, like a free joke, like something like, I've been a U2 fan for a long time. I've even done some pro bono work, but I couldn't really execute it, so I gave up the thought. What's happening? I wanted to do many things. a3 for starters, then probably a5, then f4, then knight c4. Oof, so many moves, so little time. a5 so he doesn't go f4, c4 check, even though it's not a very tempting option for black either. Black has to retreat, probably, with a heavy heart here after queen c7, f4, knight e7 back. Nothing horrible has happened yet, but I'm imagining that is not what he had in mind when we started going on this little adventure. Now, what can I do? Knight c4 looks like the most obvious move. I didn't want him to allow bishop a6 and crawl out, even though I guess I have to sooner or later. Do I? All right. Time to develop some pieces. Good news is this pawn still sort of controls the black knight, so it won't be so easy for black to generate any activity. At least that's what I'm banking on. What looks normal? Knight e8 is a move, I guess. Queen c7. That sort of motivates me to get sidetracked all over again and go knight b5, queen b7, a6, queen b6, b4, something along those lines. Is that worth it? I don't know what to do. I'll just sit here, stare at the position, while mentally being in a very different place, then randomly make a move after a while of staring. Like this looks extremely random. Still need to manufacture the breakthrough. But I hope it will happen in due time. Where do my pieces go? I guess I should just, make some empty gestures towards preparing e5 and hope blue superst panics about it. Doesn't seem like he's panicking. That's upsetting. Please panic, sir. All right. You called my bluff. Blue Superst hanging in there. I'm still fine, of course, but I haven't really, done any significant damage yet either. But comes time, comes damage, as they say. Rook d8. Now that's a strange looking move, finally. He's trying to clear the b8 square for the queen. All right. Great game by Blue Superstar, even though, of course, in chess, it always goes both ways. If you don't do anything threatening towards your opponent, they start playing better. Well, if you ask them questions, sometimes they don't know the right answer, but you gotta ask. It's always the same. If you don't ask, you stay dumb. And I've been dumb for a long time. 94, I can take all kinds of things. All right. Which way? Oof, decisions. Here? I'm a piece up, right? I think I'm a piece up. But Blue Superstar keeps fighting. Don't you hate it when they do that? Two pieces. What's happening in the chat? Thanks for the game, Blue Superstar. Very well played. Pick Me Panda is asking, maybe we'll ask before, but how did you experience the Olympiad? Didn't I give I gave a big opening speech about how I experienced the Olympiad. Currently, it's all still very fresh, so Cliff's Notes, very upset about the result. Very happy with the Dutch team and the atmosphere we had. Not so happy with the Olympiad because of, I think it's mainly a question of what hotel you stay in. It's very random because you can experience the Olympiad very differently. And in our hotel, you didn't really catch this Olympic flair very much. And you're so busy at an Olympiad that there's really not a lot of time to go out and socialize and do stuff. Mainly, it's breakfast, then people prepare for the games, then at 2 then it's lunch, then at 2 you take the bus towards the playing hall, then you're there at 2:30, at 3 the games start. Then as a captain you read your book for like 5 hours, normally you're out of there around 8. You take the bus back, you're back at 8:30, whatever. You go for team dinner at 8:45 in the hotel. Or we quite often went out, shout out to Tokyo Sushi Batumi. And then it's 10:30, people are tired, you have a short team meeting to see who you play the next day. Go to sleep, prepare a little, rinse and repeat. Galactic is asking, did you go to the Bermuda party? I did go, even though I got some bad news the night of the Bermuda party. My daughter broke her leg and had an operation that very night, so I wasn't really in a partying mood, but I did show up for a bit, Chapakapacha saying, what do you expect when you stay at the Batumi Trump Hotel? No, I'm not trashing the hotel. The hotel we stayed in was perfectly fine. It's more like, sometimes you can catch the spirit if, there's a lot of Olympic vibe around in the lobby, and we didn't have that. A lot of nice hotels in Batumi, as far as I could see. Alright, so let's play more chess games. Any noobs here? I haven't been around for a while. Let's play Vicious Seal. Not exactly a noob. Mr. Vicious Seal. C4. That's a pretty good move. Let's play E6. Here. 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 Bishop E7 is recommended in my video series. So do as I say, not as I do. Here, I don't know what I'm doing. Is this all theory? I'm guessing it's all theory. Vicious Seal is viciously blitzing. I have no clue what to do. Castle? B5? So many options. Let's see what happens after this move. Probably a bad move. Vicious Seal and Deep Thought. I'm not sure B5 looks silly. Probably Knight C6 or castles or whatever is the move, but Hashtag YOLO. d5. So many options. Queen d4 is a move. Knight d5, of course, a move. Let's go here. How does this go? Queen e5, bishop a8, c6, a4, a6, ab, ab, a4. He has a lot of pawns he can throw towards b5. But I'll try to keep the trap shut. Here we go. Now all I have to do is get all my pieces out of the way and then somehow pick up the bishop. Bishop a6, bishop d7. Maybe here, no? Yeah, my daughter's fine, thanks for the kind words. She won't be able to walk for a while, but she's doing well. She's out of the hospital, and yeah. Wasn't great news to get on the rest day of the Olympiad, but what can you do? She'll be fine. As for my position, I guess it's fine too, actually. It's very weird. But I do have a pawn for the exchange, and this bishop is on a8, so even if I can't catch it immediately, Pokemon style, which I'm very much planning to do, then it will take white some time and effort to keep it safe, and probably I'll be able to do something along the way. Bishop b2 looks normal. Not sure where I'm going with the queen. I'm not too terrified about bishop f6. I'm a little, not worried, but a little unhappy. If after queen 7 there's bishop f6, g, f, a, b, bishop b5, rook b5, cb, and the bishop can roam freely. So maybe I'll try to stop that. Go here. Even though that means that it's going to be much harder to prepare removing this knight in order to actually trap the bishop. Just very hard. Still like my position. I can also harvest some thoughts, if that's English, about queen h3 followed by knight g4. Time for some horsing around. Oh, did I hang my rook? Say I was a little distracted. Bishop takes c8. Does look like a fairly good move. Well, rook a8, also legal. I would have taken the rook, personally. But you know, that's what makes chess such a rich game. Different playing styles. Also, hanging the rook might not have been ideal. Note to self, focus, don't hang rooks. Chess is hard enough as it is, with a board full of rooks. Alright, so what's going on? Maybe it's time to start one of my trademarks. Trademark lethal attacks. D3, however, stops my trademark lethal attacking plan. Oh boy. Yeah, I've messed that up bigly. Note to self, stop playing like an idiot. Too late. This sequence will not enter the history books. Like my last 10 moves have all been insane. E4 doesn't strike me as the most critical move either. Well, yeah, sorry, I sort of lost the thread there for a while. Now, back in business. And fully focused. I'm already upset. See? You feel so competent when you're sitting on the sidelines, like watching the Dutch guys play and thinking, oh, but I've seen every single tactic. What are these idiots doing? And then you play a game. Oh, I hung a rook there. Okay, what can you do? Oh, I hung some more things. Chess is very tough if you're not just a spectator. As I constantly am reminded of. Is this winning? Probably a draw. Yeah, now it's a dead draw. Congratulations, Jan. Fitting finale to this game. Not to win that is pathetic. I can't even think of a single bluffing attempt. This game did not deserve a winner. That was bad. I'm upset now. Even more upset than I used to be. And that means that strong passion will feel my wrath. All right. E4 by strong passion. I'll play well. That last game was really, really horrible. By both sides. Some offense. Spills. Was it Spills? I can't remember how I played it. But now I shall play the mighty, mighty Taimanov. And everything will be different. Are we done already? In general, by the way, strong passion. Don't go f3 here so early. Start with queen d2 followed by long castles. That way you keep the option to go f4 later because you might not need f3 in all the lines. If white commits to f3 so early, then black is normally doing fine here, like some b4 and d5 coming. And you know, black is in time to escalate the situation in the center. Well, if you don't commit to f3, it's a little tougher for black to play. Now, as we can see, White still not even threatening d5. And the center is already crumbling just a little bit. Therefore, yeah. e5, good move, by the way. Best chance to, keep the situation a bit under control here. But still, shouldn't be great. Mr. Dodgy is asking, was Jan teaching the Dutchies or were the Dutchies teaching Jan? Honestly, not that much of either. Of course, you learn something and I'm trying to help with preparation where I can. But first of all, Olympiads, the schedule is a bit different from other tournaments because you only get to know the individual pairings at like 10 a.m. and then you have a bus to catch at 2 a.m. So there's not as much time as you normally have to prepare for a game. So there's that, and then of course, if you're the team captain and you're sitting in the playing hall for 7 hours a day, you don't spend as much time on preparing as when you're a second. Still, it's always interesting to get to look at some openings and some stuff that I don't play myself, but I can't claim that I taught any big secrets or got any big secrets. Still, I did have a great time. As mentioned earlier, Dutch guys are good guys, and the vibe around the team was, in spite of the disappointing finish, I thought excellent. But yeah, can't say. I'm a big Taimanov expert. Check out Robin van Kampen's video series on this topic. I've been told by Robin that it's pretty good. Do I want to get checkmated by Strong Passion? Not really, but I'm pretty sure this is what Luki would do as well. Take the pawn and hope it's not checkmate. Even though it's sort of checkmate, like knight takes e6. Ugh. Oh boy. Another great game. What I missed is that he can go knight e6, fe, queen g6 check here. Full disclosure, which is not winning or anything, but had I seen it, I might have done something else. I'll pre-move fe though to show, I've seen it coming. Long day. Mr. Dodgy is saying, I calculated after the first day that you wouldn't have finished the book. Was I right? No, I did finish the book on the last day. The book was like 850 pages. And I averaged, you do the math, like 80. So, got there. Didn't learn anything from the book either. Edward St. Auburn, we want easy to digest life lessons, not long reflections about the complexion of your relationship with your parents and your kids and drugs and all the stuff. I'm stupid. I need stupid people books like The Idiot's Guide to Fixing Your Life. Do they have a book like that? A Strong Passion missed knight takes e6 and queen g6 check, which wasn't winning. Queen f7, black is fine, but was still a better chance than what we've got here. Rook f1, he's intending to play f4, but it's a bit slow and without queens. I have a feeling he will not have a great time. Galactic is saying, but you cheated. We saw an interview of Anish where you were reading the book in the background outside the hall after the round. I don't think I did. I think it was just posing for the camera, trying to look savvy. I'm going to win this game. The question is, will it make me happier? Probably in a sense that it will not make me unhappier. So there was not a lot to gain on the happiness scale in this game, but there was some to lose had I lost. I didn't lose that. So maybe happiness is just avoiding unhappiness? You could have told me that, Edward St. Auburn at least. That seems like a sad conclusion. Don't we want the highs and the lows, the full spectrum? Just avoiding the lows? Sounds like how I play chess. Just trying to avoid defeat. It's not the key to happiness either. Life's very tough. Triacon. Clayacon? Triacon. What are we talking about? Oh, the shoe story? But you know I make up such stories. I'm a psychopath. I'm like the Joker. I just try to reinvent my backstory. And I thought it was a good story that I wear white shoes when I'm white, black shoes when I'm black. It was all lies. Wearing brown shoes, no. What does that mean? Or maybe I lied about that. The only thing I never lie about is extremely boring, slow Spanish positions like this one. Black is okay. I'm not sure, is this color brown or is it like cognac? See, I'm very flexible. Can you go d4? I don't want to have to calculate. Please, don't make me think. ED knight d4. I guess I can't take on d5 because of some knight c6. So I take and go queen d7. Normally such stuff is okay. c4. Alright. Maybe I should make some effort to stop d4 actually. Spills is asking, any good Halloween movie recommendations? Isn't there a new, literally Halloween movie? So yeah, I'd go with Halloween if you're looking for Halloween movie recommendations. Can't say I've studied the franchise. Bishop e3. Exciting. I guess I'll try to make something happen here before he goes d4 himself. Yeah. So what haven't we talked about? I like the city of Batumi. Very nice, like, what do you call this? Boardwalk. And yeah, looked like it was a buzzing city. Building lots of new hotels, lots of restaurants. So, yeah, that was fine. The trip was long. Getting there, we stayed overnight in Istanbul and woke up at like 4:30 and took an early morning flight to Batumi. Back, I flew with the Dutch guys, so I flew Batumi, Istanbul, Amsterdam, Hamburg. So yeah, lot of traveling involved, but overall, I was a fan of the city of Batumi, which I think will feature a lot on chess. Now, I think they have the next European Team Championship is there in 2019. The World Junior was just there. I don't really know stuff, but I think there's a lot of stuff in Batumi happening. Yeah, it's a good place to go. Good position for me, by the way. He has a weak king, which they say is important with opposite color bishops. I just want to go rook e8 and then something will happen. Mr. Dodgy is asking, did you see any real Americans? Don't get the reference. I saw Chris Littlejohn from a distance. John Donaldson. I saw most of the players. We played them. So yeah, I pretty much saw all of the players. Even though Ray Robson didn't play against us. I must have seen him some other day. Then what did I see? This guy Robert Hess was there. Maurice Ashley. Susan Polgar, Paul Tron. Plenty of Americans. And Mr. Dodgy is elaborating 80% of the Olympiad chat was about who was and was not a real American. The other 20% was about whether Vichy should retire. Can you combine those? Like if Vichy could retire in the US and become a real American like that? Because those do seem like excellent topics. Queen d3. I'll go here. Just stop getting checkmated. My position is still great in this game. I'll probably blunder something very soon, but strategically I'm doing very well because, you know, his king is weaker than my king, and at some point I'll start taking all his pawns. Of course, my instincts want to go knight takes d5, even though I was taught that with opposite color bishops, it's not all about the pawns, but sometimes it's also important to checkmate. So you understand my dilemma here? Nah, give me that pawn. Okay, I'll pretend to have chess culture and ignore the pawn. Don't like it already. And Ollie is elaborating that actually at one point the chat was talking about Vichy playing for the USA. See? I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm very upset by my decision not to take material when it was there for the taking. Note to self, don't ever try to do anything clever. Just take the pawns. I'm not playing well today. I'll blame it on tiredness. Post-Olympiad hangover. Not literally, you know, just melancholy. There's also the fact that I never play well. But I don't think that has anything to do with me not playing well today. Take the pawn. Bishop d4. Exclaim. Bishop e5. Exclaim. Yay me. Let's play the Dillinger escape plan. Who's Dillinger? Is that some famous gangster? John Dillinger rings a bell somehow. Some Johnny Depp movie? Maybe it's some smart guy. But we'll find out. Dillinger. John Dillinger. Oh yeah, US gangster. See? I knew it. Dillinger Escape Plan is a band, however? Ugh, this is so confusing. So much information. C6 looks weird. Whatever. You do you, Dilly. E5. So this is C5 position? Guess not yet, yeah? Sometimes if black has this queen committed to C7 earlier on, then C5 that becomes a very tempting option. DC, DE, knight G4. Nah, I can't really see anything great. I'll still do it because now I thought about it for like 8 seconds. And these 8 seconds of thinking would have gone to waste if I had not used them. That's typically how people talk themselves into horrible moves. Oh no, but I've already thought about it for like 15 minutes. And I don't want to waste all this precious thinking time, even though I did conclude that the move really doesn't work. So that's what happened here. I thought about DC, DE, knight G4. Couldn't see anything good. And then I thought, who cares? Let's do it. I'll play E6 then, FE, bishop G5, and probably regret it. CD knight E3. It's a weird position where it would depend on. Actually, knight G4 looks like a good move, which of course I missed. Very upsetting. Missing a lot of stuff today. I can't think. Same old story. What to do now? Direct stuff doesn't seem to get the job done. Some knight G5 or queen B3 or whatnot. So I guess I should just put my pieces somewhere. Queen D3 is another terrible move. I should calculate. Bishop d4. Check. Knight d4, queen d4, king h1, knight e5. Does that line continue? If not, I should start with king h1. Can't see it. Knight e5 anyway. That should give me some options. d1. I just keep blundering. My plan was rook f3, but bishop g4 just seems to work. I'll still do it and send a Hail Mary if we get there. But yeah, overall, not impressed with my play. I was playing queen a8 check actually, but the moment it happened on the board, I forgot about my great intentions. However, rook b8 seems to be doing me a bit of a favor. Of course, no reason to resign the way I've been playing, but still the extra piece should probably help me in the long run. Maybe even in the short run. Never know how long these runs last. Very exciting. Now let's take this just to make sure. And yeah, I did escape from his great plan. Thanks for the game, Mr. Dillinger. Let's play dr4 Ken. Okay, time to explain some chess. This is the Queen's Gambit accepted, where the most critical move is 3e4 in my opinion. However, since I had already kind of pre-moved knight f3, that didn't really happen. After e3, e6, bishop c4, c5. Short castles, a6 is by far the most popular move. When white is at a crossroads, many interesting options here. Bishop b3, bishop e2, b3, d takes e5, queen e2, a4, bishop d3, just to name a few. I have played b3 in the latest tournament game. I played with this line, which is sort of an attempt at getting a tiny edge without taking any risk. This bishop, which was not doing very much, on c4, just staring at the e6 pawn, often is rerouted to e2 from where it has a future on the f3 square. The other bishop goes to b2. Whenever black takes on d4, a piece will typically recapture, not to end up with an isolated pawn. And white will try to use this early b5 to create a bit of a hub for his pressure by going a2 to a4, trying to undermine the black pawn structure. You can start with bishop b2 or knight b2 here as well, but I believe that it is wise not to wait with a2, a4, so that after queen b6, in some lines a takes b, rook a8, bishop a8, knight c3, we'll ask some additional questions. Of course, black can go b5 to b4, but that will weaken the c4 square and hopefully allow white to, put a little pressure after bishop to b2, knight b2, maybe a5, knight to c4, d takes c5, always an option. It's not much, but it's supposed to somewhat make black's life a little harder. b4, probably the best move given the circumstances. And now I will, switch to developing some pieces. I guess the knight has to go here. I can't really think of any other great move, even though honestly I have to say, doesn't look like anything special for white here. Looks like black's just fine. So I'm not sure if I did something wrong, or maybe if b3. It's not as lethal as I was making it sound. Because here, frankly, the weakness of the b3 pawn and the c4 square should more or less cancel each other out. And it's not obvious what I should be doing. h3, of course, is a bit of a cop-out already, but was the most useful waiting move I could think of. But black just looks fine to me, frankly. Chess is very tough. Also, this guy is crushing me. Please stop crushing me. I don't like being crushed. King h8. All right, operation let's try to win on time activated. Knight d2, what's going on? d1. Sure, it works. Probably shouldn't bother too much thinking about it. Queen d2 or some weird move. Take your time, my dear boy. Knight d2 it is. Ah, you just take, of course. Now knight f3 check? Wow. Queen d5, queen c2. This is tough because I'm in a bad mood already, so it's slightly tougher for me than usual to pretend that I don't know exactly what's going on here. But I'll make an honest effort. Interesting. Queen e6, king g8. Wow, good move. Let's think about it for 6.92 seconds. No, bishop e7, probably even better. Ah, okay. Does bishop f6 work? That'd be shocking. I'm playing well here, boys and girls. Think I might flag you, my dear boy. Oh, that's better, because then you lose. I don't know. Yeah, good stuff. Let's play another game. Wow, Grandmaster. Is this the famous Alireza from Iran? But I hear this guy is an absolute monster at Online Blitz. Well, I'm blundering pieces every game, so he also challenges 3 minutes. This is very unfair. Anyway, if you're not familiar with this young man, he's gonna be good. That much I can tell you. I think Iran did not have the Olympiad many people expected them to have, but especially about Alireza, I've heard nothing but good things from many a world-class player, especially about his blitz playing abilities. I don't know how old he is, like 14, 15? And his rating is already, his real-life rating is already closing in on 2600. So yeah, keep an eye on these young men. Also, still a lot of potential for growth, because as you can see, he made a huge mistake on move 1, which normally, really, is not something you should do at that level. But if he can play 1 f5 and then still be a good player, that is amazingly impressive. I'm out of book. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Knight d5 looks like a logical enough move. I think I once had a game with bishop a3 and some knight g5. Can't remember. I can never remember anything. That is one of my weaknesses. Another weakness I have is that even if I remember, I normally play horribly. So can I go knight e7 check? Some weird move like that. Doesn't really win, does it? I like my position though. I should be doing well here. Which is not a surprise since he, played 1 f5. I feel like I once had a very similar position to this one. I also feel completely outclassed already. But I'll try to, think about my moves and all that good stuff. Should be 2 knight f3 check, looks a bit unpleasant. So maybe I should go here instead. But just queen d5, yeah? Bishop d4, rook c7. Doesn't look great. Horsey here, knight bishop f2 is bad news for me. I guess so. Now Horsey here looks fairly forced. They miss knight f7. Back in business. Ugh, the excitement. I missed that, of course. I'm still doing okay, I believe, but I shouldn't have missed it either anyway. Too weak, too slow. It's a bit upsetting because I had such a good position like 2 moves ago. Now what can you do? Check! Check! Ugh, I managed to mess up this position. Very upsetting. It's checkmate. Good game by Fantastic Star. I was doing well for a long time, but I'm an idiot. That does hurt your chances sometimes. And yeah, in the end, you could just tell. He's faster, stronger. Yeah, good game. He had the usual problem that he played the Dutch, so his king is in trouble for the rest of it. But I can't even tell. I missed too many things. First of all, I blundered bishop b5, of course, which was not ideal. Somewhere around here, I should be borderline winning if I, manage not to mess it up. Even though, somewhere around here. Even though I can't really see it even now with hindsight. If knight h6, well, I should start with knight h6 because then he probably has to go king h7, not king g7, because king g7. I have knight f5, so king h7. Still nothing direct, yeah? Knight f5, rook c7. But you can see I calculate like so slowly that this would make a difference, because here, for example, I can play queen d2 and bishop f1 doesn't work because of knight f6 check. So yeah, starting with rook takes d7 was a bit idiotic. But what can you do? Good game by Mr. Alireza. Thanks for showing up in our little dog and pony show here. What time is it? It's 13:17. That means maybe we can play 2 more games. Let's play against Mr. Mean Evlat. d4, knight to f6. Mean Evlat, is that like a small Kramnik? Like a mini-me Dr. Evil situation? I'm not sure what. I can't picture a mini-me version of Kramnik somehow. We're playing, what is this called? Weird stuff. F3 Grunfeld, which I can't really claim a lot of expertise on. I played something like this long time ago, like 15 years ago. I think I had this position with black and didn't really enjoy myself. We'll see how it goes. I think this is theory. Some ED, knight 87, h5, knight f6, and then you keep a straight face and try not to get mated. How does this go? Bishop f5, g4. I can't really spot the point. Even though I have a feeling people go bishop f5, and after g4 they do something. I can't see it. So I'll play a more normal looking move like bishop d7, intending rook c8. Probably too weak, too slow, yeah? Mean Evlat. He's just gonna checkmate me, banging out his moves. Do you know all this stuff, sir? That'd be upsetting. People are so well prepared these days. You know, in the old days, I thought of myself as well prepared. Now just, I had this like 100 years ago. Can't recall a thing. Me. Galactic is pointing out the great tragedy of my existence. He's saying, Jan makes video series opening clinics. Also, Jan, people know stuff. That's very true. Like, I like to complain about people not knowing stuff. And then, when they acquire knowledge, even if it's knowledge that I've provided, I'm very upset that they're not clueless anymore. So, you're right. Even though I'm not really very upset. But you know how it is. Man's gotta whine. I guess I'm slightly worse, by the way. But I'm sure I'll find a way to go from slightly worse to much worse in no time. Maybe I'll try to stay at slightly worse for now. Check. Forward. Yeah, I'm annoyed with myself too. Rook h4, missed that. Is that bad news? Could be. Just missing too many things, really. Takes in bishop d3. I thought I had some trick, which doesn't work. So I'm well on my way to lose another game. Takes, I might have to start mixing it with g5. He does not call my bluff. I'm trying to invent this new show format where you do Banter Blitz, but you don't really talk. I think we could call it Blitz, maybe. I'm feeling it has a lot of potential. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Blitz with me, Jan Gustafsson. I'll shut up now and play some Blitz. I hope you enjoy it. I missed king to b5. This is really... I'm not getting any better. Got to believe it's getting better. It's getting better all the time. I hope you liked today's episode of Blitz. I'm not even gonna apologize. That was a good game for my standards. Thanks Mean Evlat for playing. Alright, last game. Let's play against one of our closest allies here. Mr. Ally from South Africa. Where you at, Ally? He goes e4. I'll go c6. Good old Caro-Kann. This is how we used to play in the 80s. Knight d7, then bring the knight to f6. And then at some point people start playing bishop f5 instead. And nowadays these crazy kids, they even very often play for knight to f6. But not me though. Knight d2, very deep. Never seen this move before. I'm guessing anything is okay. e6, c5, g6, bishop g7, then c5. Is this like a trap? I wouldn't be surprised if I was losing my queen now. Like, I'd be slightly surprised, but not too surprised. But anyway, let's give my parting remarks. Apologies for the bad level of play and the bad level of banter. I will blame it on some, what do you call this? Mental exhaustion state I'm in after the Olympiad. Which I really don't have time to, like. Stuff keeps going on, happening. But I'll be back with more narcissistic whining soon. I think our boy Pepe Cuenca is coming to Hamburg. We'll do some video series, probably some sort of Carlsen Caruana preview. And maybe we'll have time for like a mini bantathon, something along those lines. So that should be fun. Before that, I'm going back on the road tomorrow. So this is only a brief Zwischenstopp, as the Germans like to say, in Hamburg City. I'll keep you posted. I probably won't send you any postcards. But yeah, let's blame Luke van Vele for my chess, because I've had to watch his games for a week straight. Shout out to our friend Luke. Watch the video series I did with Luke from Veli on endgame, practical endgames, which I think is really very educational and everyone can learn something from it. I did win my last game somehow, I don't know. Allies internet seemed to die, which is always upsetting, of course. But what can you do? Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys. I'm out like Mother Nature.